Following the anthems, we will have welcome remarks from Ms. Barbara Lopi, our sister who has been steadfast in heading this project and who's also head of communication and public relations at the SADC Secretariat. Ms. Lopi will formally welcome delegates and set the context for today's engagement, highlighting
Hello, do you have sound that side or it's only us? Botswana, we cannot hear anything.
Yeah, we also lost contact as well.
Yeah, we also can't hear, I think. Also, Zimbabwe can't hear.
Namibia cannot hear anything either.
Okay, let me send Innocent a message to alert him.
Zambia, we're okay.
No,
Zambia cannot also get the sound and the picture as well.
I think we've lost them. They've lost network.
I think they've lost network, yes.
We're trying to contact them.
Okay.
It's Botswana and who else? Yeah, oh, they're back.
Okay, they're back.
All right.
Are we back? Thank you very much.
Yes, you are back.
I'm saying, Ms. Barbara Lopi, you will then maybe at some point in time look at how we used to foster our direct relationships before the advent of COVID that made us to start meeting virtually. Yes, with the advance of technology, virtual meetings make things easier. However, when you foster a relationship and brotherhood, sisterhood, there is also a component of direct engagement, which used to be one of the best initiatives. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you for your presence, your continued support, and your commitment to the vision of a peaceful, integrated, and prosperous Southern African region. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthems of 1 South Africa, 2 SADC, and the African Union. Thank you.
South Africa. Original, universal interpretation. To all is a beauty and all harmony. Of humanity, of our ancestors, let us praise joy and the blessing of our hope. Oh, solidarity.
Thank you. We might be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite to address us the head of communications and public relations for SADC, my dear sister, Ms. Barbara Losi. Thank you. Lopi.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother Baloy. I hope I'm audible. Can I just confirm that I'm audible?
Yes, you
You
are.
are, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Honorable Ken Morolong, Deputy Minister in the Presidency of the Republic of South Africa, Mr. William Baloy, the Head of Government Communication and Information Systems in the Republic of South Africa, and the SADC National Media Coordinator for South Africa, also our chairperson for this 31st SADC Regional Adjudication Committee, SADC National Media Coordinators present here, members of the SADC Regional Adjudication Committee representing SADC member states here present, senior government officials and chief executive officers from the media institutions in the government of the Republic of South Africa and all member states here present, colleagues from the SADC Secretariat, esteemed members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and a very warm welcome to you all. It is a true honor on behalf of the Secretariat of the Southern African Development Community to deliver remarks at this 31st session of the Regional Adjudication Committee for the 2026 SADC Media Awards. Today, we gather to select winners and to celebrate the power of journalism, its ability to shape narratives, inform societies, and strengthen our shared vision of regional integration and cooperation. Journalism is more than reporting. It is a force that connects communities, amplifies voices, and builds bridges across borders. I extend heartfelt appreciation to the Republic of South Africa, our current chair, for the support and collaboration in hosting this session. We are honored to be joined today by Honorable Cain Morolong, Deputy Minister in the Presidency of the Republic of South Africa. Your dedication, sir, to advancing strategic communication leadership is deeply valued. Equally, I express sincerely gratitude to Mr. William Halloy, the Head of Government Communication Information Systems in the Republic of South Africa, who is the National Media Coordinator and our chairperson this morning. Together with his committed team, he has provided invaluable support and worked closely with the SADC Secretariat in organizing this year's Regional Adjudication Committee meeting. Their professionalism, dedication, and spirit of partnership have been critical in ensuring the success of this important process, exemplifying the unity and cooperation that define our region. The media plays a critical role in our community. In our interconnected regional community, media translates boundaries. A headline in one nation can spark dialogue in another. A local story can inspire regional and even global solidarity. The media tells our stories, highlights our achievements and challenges, and gives voice to our aspirations. Through the SADC Media Awards, we honor professionalism, creativity, and the dedication of journalists who inspire and empower the citizens of our region. Established in 1996, following the approval of the Council of Ministers in 1995, the SADC Media Awards celebrate outstanding reporting on regional cooperation, integration, and community building. More than individual recognition, the Media Awards reinforce importance of elevating awareness of SADC's transformational role in driving sustainable development, peace, and economic growth. Honorable Minister, distinguished media coordinators and adjudicators, this year we are adjudicating 28 entries from 11 of the 16 SADC member states. And the 11 countries who submitted entries are Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Madagascar, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. The entries include 9 in print, 4 in photo, 6 in radio, and 9 in television categories. We would like to thank our national media coordinators and the ministries responsible for and broadcasting services in our region for their efforts in promoting the media awards in the member states. To the journalists, editors, and media professionals brings integral contribution to strengthening regional integration through the power of storytelling. The winners for the 2026 Media Awards will be announced at the 46th SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government, which will take place in Durban, South Africa, on the 17th of August this year. First place winners will receive certificates and cash prizes of $2,500, while runners-up will be awarded $1,000 and a certificate. These prizes are more than rewards. They are symbols of our collective appreciation for excellency in communicating stories of SADC's regional integration agenda. To the Regional Adjudication Committee, I express deep gratitude for your time, expertise, and commitment. Your role is important in upholding fairness, diligence, and integrity, ensuring that the best work receives the recognition they deserve. To our new members on the Regional Adjudication Committee, welcome to this distinguished team. Honorable Minister, distinguished media coordinators, and adjudicators. In August last year, the SADC Council of Ministers approved the SADC Communication Awareness and Visibility Strategy 2025-2030, which is designed to strengthen public understanding of SADC's mandate, its priorities, and its impact. Key to this strategy is the need for collaboration among the SADC Secretariat, member states, and the SADC National Media Coordinators and National Contact Points, and the communicators present here. Through our joint efforts in promoting SADC, its programs and impact, we can showcase the value of regional integration and cooperation and bring our citizens closer to SADC. This strategy ensures that the achievements of SADC are communicated brightly, inclusively, and proudly across every member state. Communication is our spotlight because progress without visibility risks being unseen. With effective communication, our achievements will not only be seen, but they will also inspire. Honorable Ministers, distinguished media coordinators and adjudicators, SADC is more than an institution. It is a trusted platform, a platform for harmonizing policies, pooling resources, and confronting shared challenges. SADC enables countries to achieve more together than they ever could alone. Since its establishment in 1980, SADC has delivered transformative outcomes, harmonizing trade regulations, building cross-border infrastructure, strengthening governance, responding to security threats, advancing regional integration, and promoting peace and economic development. These milestones are engines of progress, driving integration, advancing sustainable development, and uplifting the lives of the citizens of this community. They remind us that unity is strength, and that when SADC stands together, we rise together toward a future of prosperity and peace. As we move forward, I would like to call upon all stakeholders, SADC national contact points, national media coordinators, development partners, and media houses to join in building a regional narrative that inspires pride, unity, solidarity, and hope. Together, let us ensure that every citizen of this community feels part of something greater, something informative, something transformative. To the member states that did not submit entries this year, I urge you to make extra efforts to submit entries next year. That will require intensifying awareness and promotion of the SADC Media Awards at the national level, working closely with media houses and media professional bodies. Surely, every member state has a story to tell about SADC, a story of regional integration, a story of integration, cooperation, and development that deserves to be shared through this competition. Honorable Minister, distinguished media coordinators, adjudicators, as I conclude, I would like to pause and pay special tribute to a colleague, in the Communication and Public Relations Unit at the SADC Secretariat, Mr. Peter Mabak, who retired from the Secretariat on the 14th of this month. As Mr. Baloyi said, since joining in May 2016, Peter has been a driving force in coordinating SADC Media Awards, safeguarding professionalism and credibility with patience, care, and dedication. Ahead of this meeting, Peter shared a message court. It is the regional adjudication tremendous work to honor deserving. I encourage them to continue to work hard to promote the awards and increase the participation of more member states, as well as the quality of the entries. End of quote. Please join me in expressing our heartfelt gratitude to Peter for his years of service and in wishing him a blessed and fulfilling retirement. I wish you all a productive and insightful meeting. May this week's deliberation reward the talent and dedication of our journalists, and may they strengthen the bonds that unite us as a region. Thank you for your attention. Muito obrigado. Merci beaucoup. Asante sana. Siyabonga.
Very much, Ms. Barbara Lopi. You said quite a mouthful, which to me is marching orders, but also recognizing what we have done coming from the first time that the awards were introduced. Thank you very much also for touching on the issue of encouraging the narrative to build a better SADC. We're looking forward, obviously, to practicalizing that by making sure that at some point in time we will extend our interaction on a regular basis with the media practitioners in the SADC region, so that we are able to provide the narrative of the challenges but update them on what is happening. We did start that on Friday, South Africa. Because of the challenges that we are having currently, we thought that the media houses in the SADC region should get it directly from South Africa, and it was quite a great interaction, and thanks very much. Let me also acknowledge the role and the presence of our interpreters, both in Portuguese, French, and English. Thank you very much, and you are highly appreciated, and also welcome as you make the communication to be smooth. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the Deputy Minister in the Presidency of South Africa, Deputy Minister Morolong, one of our shining young members of the executive and parliament, one who is also given the responsibility by the president to oversee the government communication system of the country, including, of course, the issue of seeing that we bring on board the community media sector. Deputy Minister, as you come, let me indicate that in South Africa this year, for the 2026 competition, we had 110 entries that we received. 18 of them were on the TV category, 45 of them on the radio category. We had 7 on the photography, and we had 40 on the print media, which is a demonstration of how this body of SADC has over the years done a tremendous work of attracting the mainstream media into reporting about the SADC stories, the good stories, but also encouraging regional integration. I know that, Deputy Minister, you would have liked to be with us physically here in Sandton. Actually from the mother city, Cape Town, but we appreciate that you found time out of your welcome of South Africa, Deputy Minister Kenny Morolong. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director, for such a wonderful introduction. Our Program Director, Mr. William Baloyi, who is also the Deputy Spokesperson of the South African Government, Heads of Communication at SADC Secretariat, members of the Regional Adjudication Committee, members of the National Adjudication Committees from across our region, representatives of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 31st SADC Media Awards Regional Adjudication Committee meeting and to extend a special welcome to our colleagues, members of the National and Regional Adjudication Committees, and media practitioners whose work continues to inform, educate, and connect the people of Southern Africa. This meeting takes place at an important moment for our regional community. Following recent developments in Madagascar, the country stepped aside from the SADC chairship to focus on domestic priorities. To safeguard continuity and stability, an extraordinary virtual meeting convened on the 7th of November 2025 appointed South Africa as the interim chair of SADC until August 2026. As interim chair, South Africa remains committed to advancing their priorities adopted by the 45th SADC Summit under the theme Advancing Industrialization, Agricultural Transformation and Energy Transition for a Resilient SADC. This theme speaks directly to the lived priorities of our citizens. In this capacity, South Africa is honored to preside over statutory meetings of the community, including this adjudication meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, South Africa's participation in SADC is guided by the SADC Treaty, which encourages the peoples and institutions of our region to strengthen economic, social, and cultural ties. Within this framework, the SADC Media Awards play an important role in advancing shared development in regional solidarity. Established in 1996, the awards recognize excellence in journalism and encourage media practitioners to cover regional development, integration, and cooperation. They are also a celebration of the journalists who help our region see itself more clearly. They encourage stories that deepen understanding of regional priorities, highlight priority initiatives, and strengthen connection among the people of Southern Africa. The quality and credibility of the awards depend on the diligence, integrity, and professionalism of the National Adjudication Committees and this Regional Adjudication Committee. There is also scope to strengthen the program further. We must intensify awareness campaign, make submissions more accessible, and continue to uphold transparency, fairness, and accountability in adjudication. Program Director, SADC Media Awards remain one of the most effective vehicles for promoting regional storytelling. The SADC communication strategy reminds us that development achievements, cooperation initiatives, and the aspirations of our people must be visible and accessible to all. We therefore have a responsibility to ensure that the stories of our region are told by the people of our region. A region that does not tell its own stories risks having its priorities misunderstood or overlooked. This is especially important when we consider the political and commemorative milestones that define our regional identity. SADC Day, observed on the 17th of August, reminds us of the signing of the SADC Declaration and Treaty in 1992 and invites member states to reflect on shared progress. South African Liberation Day, Southern African Liberation Day, observed on the 23rd March, honors the sacrifices made for the political liberation of the region, including the historic significance of Kuto-Kuna Valley. Annual platforms such as the SADC Summit of Heads of State and the Government and SADC Industrialization Week provides moments to explain policy decisions, development priorities, and regional opportunities in language citizens can understand. These days are more than ceremonial markers. They are moments of public memory, accountability, and education. They allow us to ask what regional integration means for farmers seeking markets across borders, a young entrepreneur building a digital business, a worker depending on transport corridors, or a community affected by climate migration or energy insecurity. This is where journalism becomes indispensable. Without strong storytelling, these milestones can remain distant from ordinary informed reporting, interviews, features, documentaries, photographs, and community voices. Journalists translate regional commitments into human stories. They show how decisions taken at summits affect schools, farms, factories, borders, households, and small businesses. In doing so, they help citizens understand, question, and take ownership of the SADC agenda. Our journalists shape our nations. They rather shape how our nations see each other and how the world understands our region. Through balanced, accurate, and impactful reporting, they bridge divides, promote mutual understanding, and foster a shared regional identity. These stories must reflect the diversity of our community, including women, young people, workers, entrepreneurs, farmers, researchers, artists, and community leaders. Migration within our region deserves balance and responsible reflection. It has long been part of Southern Africa's social and economic landscape, contributing to development, skill transfer, trade, and cultural exchange. At the same time, it must be managed in an orderly, legal, and humane manner, consistent with national legislation, regional commitments, and international obligations. Sustainable solutions require greater regional cooperation, including addressing root causes of displacement, expanding economic opportunities, strengthening border management, and combating human trafficking. Communicators and journalists must promote fair and avoid stereotypes and misinformation that can undermine social cohesion. Ultimately, our efforts must contribute to the broader SADC vision of a common future, economic well-being, improved standards of living, peace, security, freedom, social justice, and sustainable development for all the peoples of Southern Africa. This vision requires governments, civil society, academia, labor, the media, and citizens to work together in pursuit of common goals. Ladies and gentlemen, as South Africa, we recognize that there is room for greater participation by South African journalists in these awards. We encourage media practitioners across our country and all member states to use this platform to showcase stories that contribute positively to shared development, cooperation, and the SADC agenda. These stories that bring our people and our region closer together deserve recognition and celebration. As you undertake this responsibility of adjudicating this year's entries, I wish you productive deliberations and every success in identifying work that exemplifies excellence in journalism and commitment to the ideals of our regional community. May the stories recognized through this process strengthen the bonds that unite Southern Africa. At this moment, it is our distinct honor to join you in opening the 31st SADC Awards Regional Adjudication Committee meeting. I thank you.
Thank you very much, DM. Thank you very much also for the warm South African welcome that you delivered, although we are right in the middle of our winter. We hope that the colleagues will share us. Thank you very much, DM. We can then give you leave to attend to other pressing needs of the country, that other side. Thank you very much. Colleagues, this then brings us to the completion of the first part of our program. We will then be breaking up for tea for at least 20 minutes, which means that we will be reconvening at 25 to 11 CAT, Central African Time. And on that note, thank you very much, colleagues. Let's break up for tea and reconvene at CAT 25 to 11.
Replaced like